Yo, 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 yo. What's good, my people? What's good, my people? It's your boy Jason Gooner. And we're there. It's another show, people. Another week. EPL, week 9. We got a bonus game on Friday today. So we're going to jump right into that one. But of course, what the main topic of discussion will be tonight. All the games of the rest of the weekend. We're going to do what we always do, break down the matches, break down the recent form of the teams, check out the league table, and of course, before we cut out tonight, we're gonna just do a FPL check-in as well. Cause I don't know what side set, so you can't thief my strategy this week, so I can show you guys what we're running with this week since one game play already. All right, people. Yeah, man. So we'll get right into it, people. No itching, because you don't know. We have a big day tomorrow. I have to wake up super early, travel, go play a football match. Not me personally, I'll be watching. Of course, my daughter will be playing. So, yeah, that is tomorrow morning, bright and early, people. So, you don't know. This is a weekly tradition, so we have to keep it going for all the weeks of this Premier League. And we're not going to stop, people, because guess what? If you want something to reach somewhere in life, you have to work at it. And I don't really business what I'm going through that week. We're going to bring the content to the people. See? Yeah, man. As long as we have strength, we're going to bring the content to the people. So you don't know all the things you have to do as you're forward into the building. Just like the video, share the content amongst your friends. And of course, anybody that is seeing the content for the first time, finding the channel for the first time, you don't know, consider subscribing, because if you love football, you will love this channel. Definitely. And you will see once the people them start rolling and bless up the chat. The banter is wonderful. Yeah, man, I get good banter as well. DJ Gigs said, bless up DJ Gigs. What go on, my brother? Big up, big up, big up. Respect for forwarding in the building. Yeah, man, you don't know EPL weekend. So, Jason Gooner TV, I'll give you a weekly preview show. All right. So, as I said, people, we had a game today in the Premier League, a Friday game. It was Leicester hosting Nottingham Forest, right? So this is how that one turned out, people. Don't know if you got a chance to watch it. I didn't watch this match live today. Of course, there was another match going on at the same time, and that was the Reggae Girls taking on France. And you will be getting a post-match content from me. The regular style, bring up the statistics on the screen, talk about the players, give the player ratings and everything. That should be something to look out for tomorrow at some point in the night. All right, people. So, yeah, man, look out for that Reggae Girls post-match show. But you don't know tonight, it is the EPL preview show. So, since there was a game today, I figure we'll start the show by showing you guys what happened in the game today. As I said, I didn't watch the game. I watched the extended highlights and stuff. So, I saw most of the plays that would have been involved where the goal is concerned, but and near chances and shots on target and things like that. But did not watch the entire game. So in this one, as you can see, it started out 1-0 to Forest. Ryan Yates had a good goal. Really was poor defending, honestly, by Justin. Poor clearance, didn't really get the right contact, and it was basically like a nice set pass for Yates. And he had a lot to do, to be honest, but the technique he used was superb. Basically starting it towards the keeper and had it curling towards the post. In the end, getting in for a 1-0. So Jamie Vardy then, real poachers, Jamie Vardy, special type goal. Good cross by Winks, who made a forward run, like an underlapping run from the winger. And the left foot cross, Vardy was there to tap it home to make it 1-0. So it went in 1-0 at halftime. And then it was the Chris Wood show, which it has been actually for a while now. I saw a stat saying since Nuno came to Forest, there's only 3 players in the Premier League that have more goals than Chris Wood, and it's Erling Haaland, Cole Palmer, and Nico Jackson. So that's quite impressive when you really think about it, for the 4th highest goal scoring player in the Premier League for a portion of time to be from a player from Nottingham Forest. But Chris Wood got the double today. First goal, really well finished. If you're a center forward and he just wants an example of how to get off a shot. And also, I think a superpower of good strikers is not showing your hand too soon. So when he made it look like he was going to make a square pass to someone else, all the while knowing his true intention was to pivot and try to strike. And I think that split second of him not showing that he was trying to shoot just made Okoli, the defender, just kind of ease off for a second, and that was the difference he needed to get it past his foot and into the corner. So really good center forward play. And then the third goal, just a long ball. Really, honestly, terrible defending, but good for center forward play again, just making sure to be there, be a nuisance, and take a chance. Just expect the defender to make a mistake, which he did, and he was there to punish him. So 3-1 in the end for Nottingham Forest. I for one thought Nottingham Forest would have a tougher time being creative without Morgan Gibbs-White, but I must say this kid Elliot Anderson, who they bought from Newcastle, he's a good player. He's a really good player, actually. So actually surprised that they have some players there that maybe I was kind of not really paying attention to, the likes of Elliot Anderson. They had some players come off the bench today, Sosa, Jota Silva. These players really added some value to their team this season, options they didn't have last season off the bench. So Nottingham Forest, I guess the question would be, right now they're in fifth, right? And I know they've played a game more than most of their rivals around them, but at what point do we start to really consider Forest a contender or like a dark horse for those conference league-ish, fifth, sixth, seventh? Is that something realistic for Forest, or is this just a good run of form for them that can't really be sustained? Because they have that solidity. Their manager Nuno is the type of manager where he's going to restrict chances for the other team. That's something that you're going to get from Nuno's style of coaching. And if you can have outlets up front and a good potent goal scorer, I think that's what happened. That's what kind of hampered Nuno at Wolves. There was no one bagging in the goals like Chris Wood is. Whoa, that sounds horrible. But yeah, there weren't people scoring goals at Wolves like how Chris from Forest is doing. So yo Duke, go on. Yeah man, we're outside. Yeah, so this was the match today, people. As you can see, man of the match, of course, Chris Wood. Callum Hudson-Odoi as well. I think he is definitely finding a second wind in the league. Looking very dangerous out there. Hit the crossbar, not the crossbar, but the post with a really nice curling shot. Always dangerous running in space on that left-hand side. Gave Ricardo Pereira a lot of trouble on the day. But yeah, Nottingham Forest moving on this week with 3 points, so a big 3 points. Trying to think. I probably would have gone for a draw in this game, so would have got this one wrong more than likely. I don't think I wasn't really picturing I figured it would be low scoring, like a 1-1 or something, but Chris Wood had some other ideas about that. So that is what happened in this one. Let's just take a quick look at the stats. First, okay, all match. So Leicester had the possession advantage, but that's a Nuno staple. He doesn't really care about the football, just wants to maximize his chances with the football, and basically that is Nuno's strategy. You can have the ball, but I will have the big chances. 4-1 on the day in favor of Nottingham Forest. They won the expected goals battle. I think typically that expected goals statistic, if you look at that, that will really tell you which team play better in the game most of the time, to be honest. Or not team play better in the game, but the team that definitely had the better chances to score. They outshot them 20-11. As I said, Nuno, most of the time he's going to have low passing teams. Just wants to get the ball into the final third and go. 5 on target to 1. So as I said, Nuno wants to limit the chances or the clear chances. Only 1 on target all game. Nuno will be very happy with that. 1 big chance. So they did miss 3 big chances. So Nottingham Forest really could have put it on even worse. The problem is Leicester pretty much made 2 mistakes for the 2 goals. I mean, if they don't make those 2 mistakes, the bad clearance by Justin, and then the poor, I don't even know what he was trying. I think Fast was trying to head it back to his keeper, but left it way too short, and it was just a great pass to Wood, and he just head it over the keeper's head. So Leicester had more entries, more accurate passes, but not doing much with it. Once that Nottingham Forest defense is set and they're concentrated, and I think they picked up that guy Milenkovic to partner with Murillo. Murillo always looked good, but it was not, I don't think they found the right partner for him yet. But this guy here looks like a good partner for him. So I think Nottingham Forest is going to continue to be a troubling team for a lot of teams, because they have the coach with a mentality that doesn't really care about the football or having the football, and he's going to have his team set up hard to break down. And the keeper they have right now, Sells, is on form. The 2 centre-backs playing well. Aina is an athlete, just hard to beat over there. And Moreno, he's a veteran at this point. So, he's going to hold it down on that wing as well. So, Nottingham Forest, let's see. Leicester, I have to try again. The coach kind of went with the people that were on form, but they didn't show up today. Mavididi and Fatau. So, yeah. Back to the drawing board for Cooper. Yeah, Nuno get a touchline ban. So my assistant was taking over. But 3-1 to Nottingham Forest. So let's get right into the upcoming matches now. Stop the screen. Yeah, me know. Big up, Nick. What go on? Chris Lumber keeps bagging them in. So on. So which one? So Chris Lumber all right, but Chris Wood not all right. Bless up at Chile. What go on? Adi the boss at Chile in the standings, Me for build a program, some can just click on the thing and just drag the emblem over to the person name. Well, I tell me I have some ideas, people. For go sort them out. Big up, Mass. Oh gosh, see Mass. Somebody drop a super size Y for this. I didn't Mass. At any moment, Mass can just drop all him score them one time, Don't play with him. Alright, so last week me did do a thing where I kind of did like. So we're gonna do it again. Remember to smash that like button, people. Don't forget that part there. We say Chris W, don't? Yeah, cause lumber not really work. No whiskey and ginger. No. No whiskey tonight, If you know, you know. But it's not whiskey. Yeah, Mas, man, not lie. If I had included this one and did this last night, I would have said 1-1. I'm almost certain. Yeah, Forest 5th place. But what I want to know is you guys think it's sustainable. All right. Everybody in the comment section right now, drop where you think Nottingham Forest is going to actually finish this season in the 20. Out of the 20 teams, just drop a number. Remember them, they are 5th right now, and a 9 game them play. So that's 1/4 of the season almost. Yep, this come from the London Armory as well. They were sold out of everything else. Nick said him now put no number, him just say above United. Actually said they have no plans of being in the relegation battle this season. No, yo, them things solid, bro. I mean, yes, injuries can happen, so that could derail things because I feel like if them don't have that centre back pairing, they would immediately like not be as good. Like if one of them gone for any sustained amount of time, that could have thrown a wrench in things, you know? Yo, I don't know why I'm turn on this, you know. I have some Thierry Henry highlights are playing in the on my TV. And I don't know why I would do this to myself. Like nothing I see for Arsenal on Sunday going to be like this. So why would I watch this? I need to turn on some no highlights so I can, you know, have a proper expectation of things. Actually said 10th to 13th. Okay, so just outside the top 10. Okay, fair. You hope for Timber health? Boy, I mean, I don't know, you know, brother. I don't know if Timber ready for play, though. That's the problem. Feel like a Kivior and Gabriel go play, brother. That's who is fit. Or the only other thing I'm thinking would I do is maybe play Partey right back and play Ben White at centre back. But I hope him don't do that. Better Ben White does play the right back role and try to deal with Luis Diaz or Gakpo, whoever him play. I don't think I'm going to bench Diaz again, though. I bench him last week, so yeah. I think Partey. Well, I don't know though. Partey kind of fitter than him used to be right now. Him have a decent amount of fitness, so maybe it could happen still. That's him have some tough calls with the injuries, you know. I tell you. Yeah, I customize mine. I have my last name and number 9. Cause this one I want to play. Decent bench options as well, 8th or 9th. Okay, so Nick have them just inside the top 10. All right, so yeah, come here, say if I give it a range, me that's say like 8th to 12th probably, like somewhere in there, like right in the middle of the table for you. That's where I see them over the 38 games. Sorry. Yeah, right center back is something that I would say I could have worked with because you have the cover with Marino and Partey in a deeper role in the midfield, and you have to play. Yo, but that just free one area, bro. Free one area, make him play midfield. And to me, that's the difference with Arteta. Like him need for just start, give them man their chance. Them in the team who have injuries. Yo, play the man. And if not on left back, play Skelly over there. And just sure. And the same thing Liverpool do, I'm mash up enough time, you know. Connor Bradley out of nowhere, Curtis Jones out of nowhere, all them baller there. Them other teams give them chance. Mas, I hope you're right, my bro. I hope you're right. I hope you're right. No, DJ Gigs. All right. Yo, Jano, you know, say when I look on the drink, when I press live gigs, I say to myself, you know, say last week, I blame it on the alcohol basically, you know, like the song, you know. But you see the difference last week, gigs, before I sip this drink right here, I did have some other drinks. So it's a different level. So almost every week when I do my picks gigs, at least one of them probably did it. If not like one of them like a beer or something like that. So that is normal. So I'm not too, this can't be blamed on this one. Because no. That day there was a different thing. Remember somebody that forward from a party, you know. So yeah. I think I should take a chance with one area. Absolutely. Absolutely. Undershirt. One area I said should start with Ethan versus Southampton. Then he ready for the big one. He looks so confident. Yo, I don't think you need to build him confidence with no game, brother. The man ready for play now. Look how the man play. Look how the man play. Look how the man run. When him control the ball, him just go past people. But they're not normal. Him not normal. Yeah, man. Well, it's not that still. It's red. Bless up energy. What going? Alright, so yeah. I'm showing you what going. Alright, where is it? Team news, people. So would double. Alright, bonus points, blah blah blah. I want to see the injuries. Where is it? Injury news. Alright, so just gonna read. See what go on. So this is one of the biggest ones for the weekend, obviously. So Arsenal have a lot of people, right there. Maybe. Some saying, like Mass, mind games from the manager. Others say the writing is on the wall. People that go to the training and see the first 15 minutes don't see the ball of them. Reports say, yo, Saka never there in a training, Timber never there in a training. So, all three could be available, but on Friday it was too early to confirm. So I think Arteta, I've seen this with Arteta in the past where even if the baller not going to play, him now going to say him not going to play unless very rarely him say him not going to play. Them say we'll see. We're monitoring. Him use them kind of word there. Him not really tell you straight up what going on. So I do think he has a him don't really want to show his hand where the injuries are concerned. And I think that's the right thing to do. I mean, let the other team wander and prepare for Saka, even if he's not going to be there. Prepare to face Calafiori or Timber, even though they're not going to be there. So I see nothing wrong with that. But yeah, really no update. I mean, it said Saka has done a bit of training on the grass. How far we can get him to Sunday, that's a different question. We have another day, which is a good thing, but we'll see. Calafiori needs some more tests. Yesterday he had some. Today he's going to have some more. And after that, we will know. Last night we thought it was really bad, and he ended up playing 2 or 3 days after. So let's see how it is. Yo, I don't know who they watched that game, but when they did see why Calafiori injured himself, the man collect a ball, have whole heap of time, just collect it and just stand up. And then he realized, say, I have to do something. So him try push the ball and like beat a man. And end up do foolishness and cause him a stretch and do some madness to try to recover the ball now. That's why I'm injured, Something so simple, brother. If the man does control the ball and pass the ball, nothing happened to him, Anyway, Timber again. It's the first session that he could have some involvement. He's been out for a while. We expected him to be further back than where he is at the moment, but again, we have to wait and see. He never provided any updates on Odegaard, Tomiyasu, or Kieran Tierney. Right? Kieran Tierney. Jano. I'm saying one thing we do know is that William Saliba won't be involved this weekend. Cha. All I can say though, I give thanks that them changed the rule to the professional last man red card is just 1 game suspension and not 3. So give thanks. So we have a few different options. Players that have already played there before. It's true that partnership has been very stable. He's played every single moment. He's not available. We have to find a different solution, which is something that as a team we need to be good at as well. Well, Arteta, I tell you the truth, you haven't been good at it. That's your problem. Exactly. Tierney still play for Arsenal. But see me in the crowd with him, I'm saying, Jano, I'm not sure, because the other day Champions League, Calafiori pull up and Zini did there sit down. I see the man call for Skelly. So I don't know. But I always say, where they are try find left eight everywhere. We'll sign Marino, who look more like a defensive midfielder than anything else. for play left 8. I'll know him not really play this. So then we have Zinchenko, brother. Where you think Zinchenko play for Ukraine? Left 8, central midfield on the left, little bit. Same so, the same position where him play when him play left back and him just move in a midfield. Him can play there in a midfield. And then you not worry about him a defend. So I don't know why. So must say if Timber good to go, Rhea White, Timber, Gabriel, and Kivior, or Miles Kelly. Or Miles Lewis. Or Lewis Miles Kelly. Yeah, Jata out. That is good. I mean, I don't really wish injury upon people, but Jano. So yeah. So since we just talk about Arsenal, talk about Liverpool, because you don't know. That's really the big match for the weekend this weekend. It's probably hard to see, and I don't think you guys even seen this. Hold on the people. Like, share, and subscribe. All right, so this will go on for the Liverpool camp. Update on the fitness of Becker, Bradley, Chiesa, can't see him, and Jota ahead of Liverpool's trip to Arsenal. Might train with us today or tomorrow, but Diogo definitely not. Conor Bradley, let's see if he can be with us tomorrow. Later asked about the condition of Alisson. He's progressing well like we expect, but it's not a short-term recovery. It's always difficult to judge him. I think the best way to judge an injury is in the end of an injury. The end phase of his rehab, and he's not there yet. Can't tell you how much longer he will be out, but don't expect him to be in against Brighton in the Cup or next week. All right, so see the man tell you. Feel good, but not when it comes to playing for us during the weekend. Okay. So basically, all these guys out right now. Bradley, Chiesa, Jota, Becker. Obviously, Alisson. I would say Alisson out of all those players, probably the biggest one. I know Liverpool fans will tell you they have the best second keeper in the league, but that don't matter, brother. You also have one of the best, if not the best, first keeper in the league. So it's definitely going to be a problem, I think, over time. But you can't really say much bad about the Liverpool defense still. I mean, I know he has been a part of a few of the games as well, so you have to give him his credit so far. They never only conceded, 3 goals in the league from 8 games. So very, very good record there. Yeah, pretty much doing what Arsenal did most of last season so far. So Arsenal at home, man. Emirates. I know we shot defensively, but I just don't want to see Zinchenko on the field, not in the backline at least. Yeah, I would only play him in midfield personally, but I wouldn't play him in midfield in this game because I don't play there yet once. I would have we have some cup game coming up. I think EPL Cup or something. Play him in midfield in that game and see how him look. Yeah, that's crazy that him still there. I should have 3 what? Yeah, man, late, brother, late. But Rob, from couple week, I saw it after running, cause just be things are going on my Friday them from where they. I don't know why I can't settle off earlier. We say Celtic are offer away a bag of balls. John, we say Zini gonna start. We'll see, BX. We'll see, him trust Zini still. Actually, nobody with the mind games, Cause every time last year you talk about you hope Zini play cause you want to lose, So nobody with it. Nobody with it. Starting Zinchenko against Liverpool, I wouldn't recommend, but after that game, yes. Yeah, because we have some winnable game forward in where we'll have the ball, you know. They were up 2-1, you know. CBX gonna say 2-all now. Ratted. A World Series in attack. Top of the ninth. Okay. So BX gonna line is Tierney, Kivior, Gabriel, and White. Alright, when I reach that, stop rushing thing, people. When I reach there yet, people. When I reach there yet. Alright. Moving right along. Let's take in. So Son unlikely to face Palace. So I'm to Son again now. Jaja. Is Son basically an injury-prone player at this point? Is he injury-prone? Or injury-prone, whatever I just say? Because he seems to be injured quite a bit, you know. At least of late. Provided update on Son ahead of Sunday's trip. Sonny missed Thursday night's 1-0 win over Alkmaar as part of a planned rest. However, Ange had revealed the captain felt soreness at the end of the 4-1 win over West Ham on Saturday when he had a great performance, I might add. Number 7 is not yet fully recovered and thus will be unlikely to feature at Sellers Park. Jano. Well, I was thinking of dropping Saka for Son this week, you know. But because Sonny picked up a little niggle as well, I just say, you know what, I'm going to allow it. Because I have sufficient. Well, I'll show you guys in a minute. But, yeah. Good I never make the move. When I say Son I set. The next Son. Rob Smith say, Sonana put man like Tony in his pocket today. Not really, but he had a good game. Nice to see him play like Tony, Firmino, Mahrez, and hold his own. Yeah. So wait, that is the front. That is the team that Tony have. Is him, Firmino, and Mahrez in the same team? Jaja, a big forward line that man. No, I mean, like, you know, him up there as one of the best in the league. Saying I think Alisson good too. Alisson good as well, man. Stop going, Sir Rob. And if I said best, I should have said one of, because I can't say Alisson better than Martinez, like right now on form. Big up Demo Dre, what go on? It's like you forget about the big show in a Demo. When I see it, when we can't see in our predictions them. Alright, so the other big news, Welbeck to be assessed. All you fantasy people, well, the side set already, so I don't know if you have him or not. But he's still not sure to play. Branthwaite available, Lindstrom available for Everton, and of course, you know, United lost Anthony in their Europa League match. So that's pretty much it for the news. Now let's jump right into the fixtures for the week, people, and get down to the picks and predictions. So we're about 30 minutes in, people. Remember to smash the like button. Don't forget that part there. It's very, very important. It's the best way to really show your support and make sure that more people can see it. You know what I mean? No, man, that's why the full of the whole of the dream team of about 2018, 19, and 20, 21. Say Mendy save a goal where Low could have scored. The man Low tackle Firmino, Mahrez, and Ivan Toney. So who did I play midfield? Man, like who's a baller from them time now? Wijnaldum, they play midfield. No, I know say Wijnaldum on the Mary Gray side. I know Jordan Henderson there Ajax, so can't be him. All right, first match, people. First match. Aston Villa versus Bournemouth, people. So Bournemouth, of course, talk of the town last week. The entire fan base of the world was rejoicing last week, because they got to see Arsenal crumble to the Cherries 2-0. So that's the most recent game Bournemouth have. Fans and the team have that, confidence going into this trip to Villa Park. But Villa Park usually proves to be quite a fortress. The last home game they drew with Manchester United, but before that, wins against Everton and Wolves. So Bournemouth coming to make the visit this time. As you can see, Villa in 17th place. On 17 points in 4th place. Bournemouth and 11 points in 11th place. As you can see, Bournemouth 1-0 lost to Leicester away. They won 3-1 against Southampton. Lost to Liverpool at Anfield 3-0. And I thought they actually played decent in this game, And then they lost at home to Chelsea 1-0. So that's their last 5 fixtures. Aston Villa, on the other hand, 2 draws. And then they also have 3 wins in their last 5. So decent form right now for Aston Villa. I believe they're tied on points with Arsenal. 17 points as well for Arsenal. So right there in this race for that top 4, which they got last season. They want to make this a more consistent thing, and they're off to the right track. Let's just take a quick look at how Aston Villa did line up last week. We like to do this just to, kind of see if we can spot some trends of what they were doing. So, of course, they faced Fulham last week, and this was a starting lineup. Martinez was the captain last week. Back 4 was Matty Cash and Dini at the fullback. Then they had Carlos and Pau Torres as their centre backs. Ezra Konsa, of course, the one that was missing from there. Sometimes he might play partner in Torres. Sometimes he might be playing right back. Very versatile. And I don't think that Unai Emery minds where he plays him. He just likes when he plays him anywhere. Midfielders. And this has kind of been a set midfield for them lately. Midweek in the Champions League, you saw John McGinn make his return. I wouldn't be surprised if he returns to the starting lineup in the Premier League as well. So I think, Leon Bailey has been playing 60, 61 minutes pretty much every time, 65 minutes coming off. Feel like his impact hasn't been as great lately. And I think that's partly due to us not being 100% right now. So I wonder with McGinn coming back, do we start to see him making some cameo appearances? Now that Ramsey, McGinn, all these players are fit. Bailey maybe doesn't start. But let's see. Not really sure. But let's see. And then in the midweek in the Champions League, he did start the run. Started Watkins last week in the league. Let's see how he plays it this week. I still feel like he's probably doing the right thing. People saying you have to find a way to play the both of them one time. I don't really think so. I think you don't change your system just to get the players forced on there. You just have to pick the right one. And, for a time, Ali wasn't really scoring and kept starting. Durant was always scoring. Now he's kind of played himself into form, Ali Watkins. So, it's going to be tough. It's going to be tough. But I think that's a good problem to have for any coach. And late in a game, even if Ali has scored, like in this game, you still can take him off and know that you're getting somebody fresh who is also, rearing to get a goal. So that is it for Villa. And they will face Bournemouth now. I don't even have to look at Bournemouth lineup, because remember it. Nightmares. But yeah, Bournemouth lineup last week. And I think this won't look the same. I do believe some of the personnel was really directly due to the opposition. Like if you notice, Kluivert didn't start this one. I expect that to change. I think Kluivert will start. Christie didn't start this one. I expect that to change as well. But let's see. I mean, maybe the coach says, okay, we're playing a similar profile opponent in terms of Aston Villa, another Champions League opponent. You know, this worked against Arsenal. Do we try to do the same things against Aston Villa? I wouldn't be surprised though if I think Kluivert will come back in for sure. So I don't think Otara will start or Tavernier will start. Kluivert will come back in. Semenyo is definitely playing. And then, yeah, it's just to be interesting to see, does he go back with Alex Scott again, partnering Cook? Or does he play Christie with Cook, which has been, you know, his go-to for a while now? So that's one thing to look at. But yeah, for me in this one, Aston Villa against Bournemouth, I think Aston Villa at home, you know, they find a way to get these results at home. My only thing, they have been a little flat after some of the Champions League games, like some of the performances. Because I think is that enough though? Bournemouth. You know what? Like I said, Villa 2-0. They're going to take that one this week. I'm sure the chat talk about. Yeah, but Ramsey can play off the left and McGinn off the right, or vice versa. Now, more than likely, McGinn play off the right like he did in the Champions League. Kamara is back, but him don't play yet. I think Unai Emery is like, yo, I'm not moving, I'm not changing this midfield right now, you know. Yeah, man, something off with him, bro. Something off. Oh, Kessie, see it there? See the name I couldn't find there? No, man. Bless up, Sean. What go on? Yeah, McGinn is the heart of the team. You're right. Them have a different level of energy when they play. Philogene suspended. That is true. He got the 2 yellows. That is true. But I still feel like Leon can just come off the bench because him can go with McGinn and Ramsey. The only reason why I don't think him going to do that is because of the opposition. It's Bournemouth. So he's going to want to have Leon out there, you know. But Leon is not Leon right now. So I don't know. Chippy Bailey playing with Knox, my thinks. His speed look down a little. Absolutely, he have Knox. Yeah, but BX, the problem is, you know, the way all the system works behind that up top is not really that, you know. I think it would have limit Morgan Rogers in a way where you don't really want to. Like when it's 2 strikers, Rogers enter in the box and make it 2 striker, not just 2 striker up there, you know. Even though Watkins don't look uncomfortable like dropping deep and playing, so potentially he could just play behind Duran, you know. Tyler Adams fit mass. Actually say 2-1 Villa. Demo say 3-2 Villa. Mass say 2-1. Duke say 2-1. What say Unique? Okay, so because me say 2, yeah, change. Man, keep your energy. Kirkis and Semenya, surely. I agree. If I was picking out 2 players from that team that's going to leave soon, yeah, those would be the 2. I don't mind the center back either. Zabarni. I think he's decent. Yeah, he's from Hungary. Oh, he came off the bench? Nice. Nice. And finally give him a run out. Yeah, well, we'll see. Took hard to break up that team there right now, the way they want to play. Big up Avis in the building. Thanks for tuning in. Avis said 1-1. All right, so the first draw. One thing with Avis, she won pick fair, pick them, So you see when she hit, she must win. Because nobody no say none of them thing there. BX Gunner going for the first upset. Bournemouth 2-1. So BX Gunner take all the credit. The man say, yo, if we lose to them, they might beat everybody them face now. He likes McGinn and Ramsey on the left because they tuck into the midfield and the left back overlap. He can play him on the right. What I say? BX onto something. All right, next game, people. Next game. So most people going for the Villa win. We have 1 draw and 1 Bournemouth. Anybody joining in, just let me know. I have some more space on the chart for a few more. So, yeah. All right, let's take a look at the quick view. This is the other 10 o'clock games. So there's 3 other games at 10 o'clock tomorrow. And that's American Eastern time. All right, Brentford, 10 points, 13th place. Ipswich, 4 points, 17th place, just out of the relegation zone. Ipswich having a rough go of it lately. 4 draws on the season, 4 losses. 2 losses in a row, the 4-1 to West Ham and the 2-0 last week to Everton. Brentford, on the other hand, tough loss. Last go around, 2-1 to Manchester United. Let's take a look at their lineup in this one. Of course, Big Heath scoring the goal in this one for Brentford, but it wasn't enough. A second half goals from Garnacho and Hoyland got the job done for United. Ten Hag getting a 10,000-year extension after this win. All right, Flecken in goal. Vandenberg and Collins. No, Vandenberg and Ayer at the fullbacks. Collins and Pinnock centre backs. Then you have Norgard in midfield with Janelt, Damsgaard, Keane Potter, Mbumo, and then you have Shade up front. Of course, the big news for them last week, though, the big man from the DR Congo, Yohan Wissa, back. Yes, people. And why am I so hyped? Because he's in my FPL team. Yes, I had to scoop Wissa. I think Wissa is going to give me something. Yes, he will. He will against this Ipswich defense. I can feel it. All right, people. So this week, I fully expect Wissa to start. I think that 24 minutes or so that he got in the last game plus injury time, you could see that he was, ready to contribute again. So I think he will be back in the lineup. I think Shade, shame on you, bro. You had some weeks to do something. I don't think you really made your mark on this team, forced the coach into saying, okay, it's a discussion now. Maybe I can play you from the start. But one thing it can do, I think Shade might be even more effective wide. So if Wissa starts, maybe he can take the place of Lewis Potter and play that wide role that Lewis Potter been playing. So it's another way to look at it. But in a way, Brentford, they'll be hosting Ipswich on the day. So let's take a look at Ipswich team of late. Like I said, they have 2 losses in a row, but this is Ipswich starting lineup just last week. All right, so Ipswich, Muric in goal, Wolfenden and Burgess. No, Wolfenden and Dara O'Shea, centre backs. Then they had Burgess and Leif Davis. Burgess right back, Leif Davis as the left back. Sam Morrissey, the captain in midfield, always in the midfield. Calvin Phillips as the pivot with him. Then Omari Hutchinson pretty much start every game for them, play 90 minutes most games as well. Wes Burns and Jack Clark wide. Then Liam Delap was up front. So, some of these players I think you can pretty much pencil them in. The left back, Leif Davis. Dara O'Shea, if he's fit, he's going to play. Morsi, the captain as well. Omari and Liam Delap, I'd say those players, they've definitely been playing. Others, sometimes they start. Connor Chaplin, Agbene got a few starts already this year. But I've seen Smodix get a starter too. So he exchanges a few of the players each week, but some of them pretty much nailed on to start. About 5-6 of them, including the goalkeeper. But let's see who he changes up this week to get a different result. For me, I don't see them getting any kind of joy out of this fixture. I think Brentford are just, at this point, too pre-improving. I think Ipswich probably do find a goal though in the game. I think Brentford do have some spells in games where they don't quite concentrate fully. So I think they're prone to giving up a chance or two. I think Liam Delap is on form. Even if him don't score, him will set up a goal or something like that. So I'll give them a goal, but I do think that Brentford are comfortable winners in this game. So I'm going to say 3-1 Brentford in this fixture. Yeah, 3-1 Brentford. D. Madrid said 2-0. Yeah, no early game tomorrow, which is actually good enough. I'll be driving in the 10 o'clock games too, but at least I can listen them. We're saying Boomer in every side. Yeah, I have him in no side. Wissa is a good player. I agree. Brentford 2-0, Semas. All right. Yeah, man. I want Everton go with too. But look like Everton gets serious. Gunners a win. No joking thing. But I hope you're right in the Red Skull. Yo, why am I not turn on that? Today I watch Thierry Henry highlights and Bergkamp highlights and weird things from watch the World Series. Actually, said 3-1. Smart pick. Nick said 3-0. 5:30 a.m. Rough. Brentford 2-0 say Avis. Not even Avis I go with no kind of madness for this one. Brentford all the way. BX gonna, I'm not see her one. Oh, I'm saying they could pull off an upset and get some points. I look like BX gonna just want to pick the whole I upset them. Bergkamp autograph session. Mad. Yo, like the video, people. Like up it thing. Duke said 2-1 Brentford. Alright, I know say Fana and Biggs G probably send me on the comments what they mean. 11 of the Classico. No star. Why it couldn't be 3:30 or something like that? Why it's so early? Usually so early. So what is the World Series on? What channel? Alright, done. So Mas, y'all predict the way it named it too? The El Clasico? God fire. Suns and Lakers. Man, them send young LeBron go a G League already star. All right, next fixture on the docket, we have Brighton and Wolves. Brighton and Wolves, people. So let's take a look at the quick view from the Amex. Brighton in 6, Wolves struggling, 1 draw, 7 losses. Not what you want to see if you're the manager. But it's been tough for Wolves. I keep saying it every week. I feel like this team deserves more than 1 point. I'm telling you they deserve more. But anyway, football is cruel. So no matter what me think, the points are the points. I 1 point them off. So no matter what I say, they have 1 point. But anyway, this was their team last week that faced Man City. They did lose, and it was cruel. 95th minute. A bit of controversy, but in the end, I thought it was the right call. I don't think it was offside or anything like that. So this was Wolves starting lineup last week. Searching, trying to find some answers. So last week they went with the back three: Bueno, Craig Dawson, and Totti Gomez. Eight Nouri and Semedo were the fullbacks or wingbacks or wide midfielders, whatever you want to call them. Then they had Andre, João Gomez, and Lemina in midfield. And then they played with Cunha and Strand Larson up front. I was a little surprised, 67 minutes when I saw Cunha's number come up, but I think maybe, I'm not sure why, because I feel like that's just a player that you don't take out in this team right now, because you're not getting anything out of Huang, who was even on the bench. Guedes, I don't know what he has become. Carlos Forbes, I can see this manager trying to get something going with this player. Was a former Man City player, youth player really, under 21 PL2 type player, but was on City's books at one point. Very speedy player, skillful, but yet to really get a true chance. Sarabia, who was playing really well last season towards the end, not really in the rotation right now, only getting yellow cards from the bench. But yeah, this, I feel like the only thing I can say about O'Neill is, maybe he needs to just shuffle the deck a little bit with the players, like just switch it up, just try some different players, just try some of the players that maybe didn't start yet, just give them a start and just see what happens, But this week they will face Brighton. So let's just take a look at Brighton. Now, we did see where, they could have an issue with one of their main players. I think this player I'm about to talk about, when you talk about a second wind or a new lease on life, this player, Danny Welbeck, people, I'm telling you, if you watch the man playing right now, the man look like a serious baller. And him always was a good player, I just feel like for whatever reason, there was this stigma attached to him from when he was at United. Maybe, I don't know, like he just came right at a time where United had so many incredible forwards, and then, just to have to fill those shoes, I don't think he was ready back then for those type of things. And then even when he came to Arsenal, like, it was kind of like, oh, Arsenal got Danny Welbeck, like, what are they thinking, But when I actually watched him play, because obviously when a player comes to Arsenal, they're going to watch them a little more intently. And I would try to pick apart the things that he didn't do well. And there's really not much he doesn't do well as a footballer, He has good first touch. He has good movement. He has good IQ. He's good in the air. He's strong. He's fit, when he's healthy, obviously. But yeah, I just feel like he's a really underrated player. And I feel like maybe he'll start to get a little bit more respect because of what he's doing with this Brighton team. But probably not. People just don't really respect Danny, I bet the people in the comment section now saying, all right, Jason, calm down. Welbeck is just okay. I'm telling you, though. Guy's balling. Yeah, but and a quick word too on the manager, Ursula, the young manager, the youngest manager in the league. Had some hiccups here and there in the early part, but I feel like for the most part he's been pretty consistent with his team. How they're playing and everything. He's brought in Kadioglu. I figured he would at some point start, and that has started to happen. He got to his first 90 minutes last week. Ruta came over from Leeds. I thought he had a really good season in the championship last year, and Leeds just went ahead and cashed in. Probably because they didn't make it to the Premier League, probably had to, kind of get some of that funding that they were maybe expecting to get. So that sale probably aided them. But yeah, I think he's doing really well in this role. I think what has happened is in João Pedro's absence, he's kind of taken over that mantle in the how they play. And he's doing it pretty well, end product to go along with some good performances. Evan Ferguson back fit now, got the start, but only lasted the 60 minutes. Mitoma actually was on the bench. So, yeah. And that's something that he actually has played quite a few different looks in starting 11. So, and that's one thing De Zerbi used to do really well. Just kind of keep shuffling the deck a bit here and there to keep players fresh. And I think Ursula is doing the same thing right now. So that's basically Brighton and Wolves, people. So for me, every week I keep saying, well, Wolves have to get out of this rut at some point. But sad to say, Wolves, I don't think this is the fixture for it, I mean, Welbeck absence is key. Can they still pull off the same type of things without Welbeck? I mean, Ruta could easily play where Welbeck play. And then, that gives space for the likes of Mitoma to start this time. And he just basically start Mitoma and play the same system again with Ruta and Evan Ferguson up front. You could do that. But yeah, Welbeck really... I think Welbeck will be fit though, to be honest. So I'm going to say Brighton, people. I'm going to say Brighton, but I don't think it's a clean sheet. I think it's an excitement game. I'm going to say 3-2. 3-2 Brighton. Good game. Yo, what channel is it on in the United States of America? If it's the 10th inning, where is it? I've gone to every station that would show the game. Oh, never mind. I find it. Otani. Yo, I'm glad I find it when I find it, people. Yo, Japanese forwarding now, 5 goals in 8 games. Yeah, man, him not ramp, man. Wolves 2-all. All right, Demo. Wolves 2-all. Yeah, Brighton Wolves. Them say he's not hurt, but yeah, injury did mash him up over his career. Actually, say 1-0 to Brighton. Feel like goal I got score actually in that game. Yeah. 2-1 Brighton, says Moss. Moss picks them kind of seeing this week, Yeah, Cunha healthy, Ferguson healthy, Ruta healthy. The whole of them healthy. Avis, back again. Wolves' first win, she said. All right, Avis. 2-all. This Wolves side must be reeling. They need a point. Yeah, I was trying to figure out a way to get them something, but I just feel like football cruelly, man. Not this week either. Okay, yeah, we'll find it, Nick. We'll find it. One nil Brighton. So Duke feel like it have a low scoring as well. Oh, for me, Welbeck and Pedro, in that kind of half space. No doubt. Ferguson can forward off of the bench. Not even Hallgrimson start Ferguson. All right, next game, people. The side we have the last minute heroics down pat in Manchester. Like a them invent Fergie time. So there are two teams on 1 point in the league, people. Southampton being the other. And they face Manchester City. The league gets no easier. So tough here. Southampton after a heartbreaking loss last week. 2-0 up in the first half. Only to lose 3-2 at home. Tough one after getting a red card in the second half. Ryan Fraser. Tough one, man. But this was Southampton's team. Walker Peters been on decent form lately. Sugawara on the other flank. Howard Bellis and Ben Narek seem to be the starters. All right, Otani, let's see. Are you going to be clutch? Oh, he's not clutch enough. Popped up. Rotted. Man, catch the ball and fly into the crowd. Man, mash up himself. Someone. Ooh. Good catch. Midfielders, Ryan Manning, Tyler Diblin, Ariba Flynn Downs, Matty Fernandez. All right. And up front was Cameron Archer. So me and them, I start the same team, Same exact team I start. Let me see. Yeah, man, the same team that I start. Not change nothing. Same team there. Because them play good in the first half, man. Just need to keep it together. But anyway, that's the Southampton team, people. I don't see how they stay in the Premier League, but stranger things have happened, And then Man City now. They won 2-1. As I said, it was very late. John Stones, 95th minute, last kick of the game, basically. And this was Man City starting lineup. Diaz and Stones, Vardiol and Rico Lewis. Midfield, you had Kovacic and Gundo, Doku and Savinho wide, Bernardo Silva in the midfield, Erling Haaland up front. Foden, I would have to think Foden get a start now, right? Or no? Continue to just bring him off the bench. Because Pep have a way to do this a lot of seasons, Him do this to one baller all the time. Just give them some bench game, and then you see at some point during the season, he's going to start playing that player every time. Oh my gosh, Freddie Freeman just blast a home run to win the game. Bombard Freddie. Dodgers just beat the Yankees 6-3. Wow. Well, people, there's no need to. Yo, sorry people. I'm just dash on myself somehow. I don't know what I just do. Richard Edwards. I'm gonna get the rest of your game, then Richard Edwards. You miss a whole heap of game, Duke said 4-0. Yeah, me. City, I'll give up a goal, Because them always give up a goal every game. But me think it's gonna be ugly though. I'm gonna say 5-1. Yeah, I agree with you, Richard Edwards. 5-1. Duke said 4. 3-0. Actually, I give them one as well. Me agree. It's tricky, because Doku and Grealish injured, so they really have no winger other than Savio, so Phil might start. Yeah, Phil I go start. No worry, man. Them some academy kid we don't know about. Just great and just play. Nothing wrong, Richard. Nothing wrong. So the game them with the Aston Villa, Bournemouth, Brentford, Ipswich, Brighton, and Wolves. So if you want get your picks them in for everything, just let me know. Them game there too. All right, so that is Wolves and Southampton. Rainbow Wolves. That's Man City and Southampton. I don't see any kind of script that would say, boy, them have a chance. I just feel like City going to win that game comfortably. City will probably concede first and then score a bag of goal. All right, so the last game on Saturday, the 12:30 or the after, 12:30 for me, game is Everton and Fulham. So let me show you guys what's going on with these two teams in terms of recent form. Nick's a 3-0 City. And Avis a 4-0 City. And did I miss Demos or no? I'm gonna see it. I'm see a 2. Demos soon drop it. Wait a second, minute 5 down. Yeah, they'll go down 1. They'll go down 1-0. It's like that's what them love do. Alright, cool. Let me know. Alright, so let's share the screen for you guys. Alright, so this is the recent form of the two teams, and it's the Fulham Everton matchup. So Everton 16th place, 8 points, looking good compared to how they were looking a couple of weeks ago. Last 4 games, they're able to get 2 draws and 2 wins. All their 8 points coming in their last 4 after 4 winless games. So they have gotten their way out of the relegation zone. They're on 8 points. Win here could put them tied with 10th place Fulham. So what a difference 3-4 weeks can make if you can find a decent run of form. I think the difference for Everton, if you look at their recent teams and how they've been playing and how they've been getting these results, I think one thing you can put it down to is the defense getting healthy. Mikalenko had missed some time before. Ashley Young pretty much been a mainstay, but I think he hasn't had the people around him that have been there in the past. I think Michael Keane is a player that I've never been very high on, but I must say that the last few weeks he has been on good form. Tarkowski pretty much a mainstay at this point, and Pickford has been keeping well as well. Then you go into midfield. I think Dwight McNeil has really made a huge difference in these last 4 games in terms of his output, in terms of his creativity. Really just taking the onus on himself to be that creative spark. NDI, I think, is a player that can be a wild card for them. Do think he's a very, very talented player, speedy, has a good eye for goal as well when he gets into position to score. So, they have some pieces that maybe they didn't have in the past. But I think for them, it's all going to come down to, Calvert-Lewin, how confident is he? Because he can be a handful, but then sometimes I think he's just, not pulling his weight as much as he should. So, I think if they can stay solid defensively as they have been lately, conceding only 1 goal, a couple clean sheets in the mix, Matt Neal can provide enough of a spark, whether it's from dead ball or from even the runner play, to create some kind of chances in the game. So, they'll have a chance if they can keep defending the way they have been. They were making a lot of mistakes early. They've cut those out, and you can see the difference in the results. So Everton moving in the right direction right now. Fulham, if you look at their last result, a tough home defeat to Aston Villa. They were behind the 8 ball a bit. They did pick up a red card in this game. Anderson got it, so he'll be out of this fixture, which will be a big miss for them. So if you look here, Anderson is out, so more than likely we'll see Issa Diop, who came on and immediately got an own goal. He'll more than likely be starting on the back line with Calvin Bassey. And yeah, I think the coach kind of needs to figure out the pivot still. I think Sander Berge played the last game. He had been using who had been using is injured now. I don't think Harrison Reed was playing before. It was Pereira. Yeah, I think his name is Lukic or something like that. They have another midfielder that's missing. Yeah, I'm not sure. He must be injured, or he was injured last week. So, yeah, maybe he can come back. Sander Berge, tidy player, but I think the other player give you a little more steel. Traore, if he's not creating goals, getting in goal scoring opportunities or chances, what is he really giving you if he's not winning his battle on that wing? Smith Rowe, cool off a little bit productivity wise, but I still feel like he's a player that they need to try to play through more. And he will be always trying to create playing decent. But I think right now they have a chance in most games because they have a striker that is really, coming into a purple patch, and that is Raul Jimenez. Got a goal again last week, the lone goal for them against Villa in the loss. Wouldn't be surprised if he doesn't get on the score sheet again this week. But Everton versus Fulham, I think it's a low scoring affair. You know what? I haven't gone for a draw yet this week, so this will be my first draw. I'm going to say 1-1, Everton and Fulham 1-1. Low scoring, Sean Dyche ball. All right, so Richard Edwards said 2-1 Aston, 1-0 Brentford, and him say about City now. And say Fulham are going to win 2-1. All right. Duke said 2-0 Everton. Yeah, I agree with you. Okay, it's in the Discord. All right, cool. Well, I'll make sure anything I miss, I just check it out there. So now, Richard, all me I miss now are the Man City game. Unless we did miss you predict that when you did there. Oh, 5-1 City. Never mind. Me see it. No. Brighton Wolves. That's the game me not get from you. Brighton Wolves. Oh, 0-0. Me see it. 0-0. All right, me see it. All right, me have everything then, Richard Edwards. You're good. Nitro. Yo, Nitro, you forgot. Message me the rest of the score them, Everton, Fulham. Villa born 1-0. Actually, say 0-0. Say me there think about a 0-0, But I'm not sure. So it look like Dima gone. So Dima will probably come and message me them as well. Lakers going back in their lead, 1-1. And Avis, I don't get your score for this one yet. Yeah, man, bless up Nitro. 2-1 Everton double. 2-1 Fulham. Okay. Double from Jimenez. Alright, so Avis, I'll give you some prop bets for doing. Watch your style there. Alright, so that's it for the Everton Fulham matchup. Let's take a look now at the Sunday fixtures now. So for some reason, the Premier League have 3 games at the same time on Sunday as well. Chelsea and Newcastle from the bridge. It should be a good one, people. 7th and 9th place. So Chelsea, tough one last week, getting a loss finally. First in a while. Lost 2-1 to Liverpool. But I thought they had a good game. And Newcastle, for the first in a while, I would say, losing a game at St. James's Park. They lost 1-0 to Brighton last week at home. So Newcastle right now on 12 points, Chelsea on 14. So this is a big matchup in the table. Both teams can kind of, either separate themselves or get closer or jump over the other one. But this was Chelsea's starting lineup. I think when you analyze this lineup by Chelsea that was used, I would say right now, like in the attacking areas of the pitch, this is probably the first choice in Maresca's mind. Madueke on the right, Sancho on the left, Palmer in behind, Nico Jackson. Caicedo, I think, always will play fit. Now, one thing I will say, Romeo Lavia people and Caicedo, at times in that first half especially, that look like the most dangerous potential double pivot, brother. The way the man them did that turn, and I just go through the man them press by driving, it was ridiculous. So, once those two players are balling out and get used to each other and everything, problem again. I don't know, Chelsea already have the forward line sort and the attacking area. We just need to sort the midfield and the back line. Now the back line have a long way to go. Robert Sanchez, brother, it's like you just hell bent on sabotaging this defense. Every week you do some madness. Tosin, to me, don't look like the level of what Chelsea need. Personally, I know that might sound harsh, but yeah, just to me, might not be good enough. Levi Colwill, still learning. I think the potential is there, high ceiling, but still learning. Reece James, how long will you be here? We don't know. Malo Gusto, decent baller. I like Malo Gusto. But yeah, I think the defense going to hold them back over the long term, people. That's the one problem I see with Chelsea this season. Now, this was Newcastle's team last week that started. This is a team that, Eddie Howe really don't make much changes, I shouldn't say that. The centre backs and the keeper don't change, which is pretty normal. The full backs do change from time to time. But to be honest, these two are always there if they're fit. Isak and Gordon, and then it's gonna be Bruno, Joelinton, and somebody. That's pretty much how it's been. And this has been who he's been leaning towards to start most of the Prem games lately. These three right here. So I wouldn't expect much difference. Perhaps from the start, maybe I'll go back with Harvey Barnes over Jacob Murphy, but I think that he likes Murphy's just overall work on that wing, maybe for a longer stretch, and then you bring on Barnes when the game gets a little more stretched. Because he kind of needs space to really be effective. So I can get that reasoning. But yeah, this game should be a good one, I think. Chelsea and Newcastle. I think Cole Palmer really quiet last week. Very rare for him to have 2 weeks like that in a row. So I think Newcastle better have another game plan similar to Liverpool's to kind of try to take him out of the proceedings. But let's see if they do have anything formulated like that. Chelsea Newcastle is a tough one to call, Chelsea defense going to sell it, man. I'm going to say 2-2. Chelsea. This is a game that Chelsea probably should have win. And then when you see the highlights, you say, John, look on the goal them with them give it. You don't think he's that bad, just unfortunate? Yeah, I think it's just unfortunate that he's bad. I agree. Chelsea 3-1. Watch Chelsea lose now. They say every year there's a team like that in Chile where you just always go the wrong, you know? You know, pick it right for that one team there. 3-2. Yeah, I could say I say a high scoring game, Mas. I agree with you there. Well, we get to see Gusto play, so recency bias must set in eventually, you know. Has to. 2-1 Chelsea, say Nick. Chelsea might just have to outscore them because defense is not the best. Yeah, I said it before. Like, for them to, you know, get really good results this season, they're just gonna have to outscore teams. Simple as that. Simple as that. All right. I think the only one I'm missing that is following along with everything so far is Avis. I mean, I don't know if Nitro gone. Maybe Nitro does say him will drop all of him, score them, and him gone. But bless up same way Nitro for check in. All right, so the next game, people, Palace and Spurs. So Palace probably one of my big disappointments so far this season. You know, I really didn't see what has happened to them on the horizon for them. I didn't think that Nketiah's arrival would have meant that Mateta would now be benching for Nketiah to start. I didn't think that would be the case. I think right now Glasner is just trying anything to see if he can get a tune out of the team. Right now they're in relegation zone with 3 points, in 18th right now. Spurs in 8th with 13 points, plus 9 goal difference though, because so you can see they are, you know, handling teams when they're winning games 4-1, 3-0, 3-1. So they're scoring goals, you know. Last week, I think this was one of the better performances from them, to be honest. You know, of course, it was against West Ham, so if I understand, they have been doing some crappy performances this season. But you have to give them their credit. I thought this time in the midfield, you know, Bissouma, Madison, Kulusevski was clicking nicely. Madison came off at halftime. To the surprise of many, he brought on Sarr a little more legs in the midfield, and it made a huge difference. So I wonder, does Ange Postecoglou finally stop this Madison and Kulusevski in midfield with a deeper line player and just keep the balance better, play one of them, let them truly roam and take over the creativity responsibilities, and you know the other one can forward on later, because the balance looks so much better with Sarr and Bissouma in the midfield in the second half. So I don't know if he'll do that or he'll just keep this banging away at the same idea. The big news, obviously, Son more than likely not gonna play in this one on Sunday. So, you know, that simply means when you look at the subs now, only one Timo Werner. Well, Richarlison is back fit. He can play wide. And he did mention how Mikey Moore is the next big thing. Could get a start. So let's see. But knowing Spurs, they will probably start Werner. So we'll see what happens though, people. That is the Spurs team news and last our latest starting 11. Then we go over to Crystal Palace, and as I said, some of these things that this manager is doing I would have never predicted. Glasner, the back three, I could have predicted that, and I think finally they have the three probably with I guess you could say Chris Richards, if he's fit, might get into this 3 over one of these players. But, you know, I would think this is fine as far as Glasner is concerned. Chalobah, good defender as well, even though he's a little bit rusty, you could kind of see. so far in his performances. Tyreek Mitchell and Munoz playing the wing back roles. Then you have Lerma, Will Hughes in midfield, Kamada a little bit higher up the pitch. And then they had Eze and Nketiah. Eze, no productivity this season at all, but he's up there in a lot of the metrics, passes, not passes, expected goals, shots on target, all these things. So I think eventually some of those near misses and big saves turn into goals. And I think once that starts to happen, there's a much better chance for Crystal Palace to start to work their way out of this hole that they've dug themselves. But it's going to be tough. It's going to be tough. It doesn't get any easier in the Premier League, and Spurs forward into your home is not an easy game at all. But I guess the only consolation is, like I said, Son unavailable, won't be playing. So that's one less thing you have to worry about. I think it's time for a Spursy display. I really do. They lost at Brighton. They mashed up United. They lost to Arsenal. They beat Brentford. It's Spursy time. Palace get a big home win. Ease the pressure a little bit. I'm going to say another 3-2, As they finally do something. So Avi said 2-2 for the last game. Palace Tottenham. Richard Edwards says Spurs 2-1. John Richard Edwards. Palace 1, Spurs 1. I could, if you said 2-2 or 3-3, I'd have believe you. Actually said 3-0 Spurs. Whoa. Same. They're gonna do the opposite of Spursy. Duke said 3-1 Spurs. Avi said 2-1 Spurs. Yeah, man, I had a feeling I would be by myself with this one, But that's okay. Yeah, he's been doing it from last year, to be fair. I mean, that's why last year, I don't know, once I realized he was there and what he was playing, I picked up both Mitchell and Munoz, and they were getting me points, assists all the time. Yeah, man, Eddie. If Eddie start tomorrow, he must score. Promise you. 1-1. All right, so there's 2 games left, people. West Ham versus Man U. What a drab game. All right, West Ham versus Man U. Big mid-table clash. Man U versus West Ham. 11 points for Man U, 8 for West Ham. Last week, West Ham got mashed up by Spurs, 4-1. Really and truly blitzed in the second half, to be honest. Could have been down at halftime too, but just, really crumbled in that second half. And then you have Man United beating Brentford last week, 2-1, courtesy of Garnacho and I think it was Rashford, right? Oh, no, Haaland, sorry. Haaland scored a good goal, I remember. Yeah, so this was Man United starting lineup last week, people. And yeah, who knows with this coach, man? He'll do anything. I saw him play Mazraoui at number 10 in the week, so who knows? This man is a mad scientist, You could see the rotation in the team in the Champions League, Xerxes started in the Champions League, so did Ugarte, so did Mazraoui, so did Lindelof. So, he is trying to have some rotation. I think he does hear the criticism of why players injured and people leveling him as to be the one at fault. I think most of the players that started in the Prem probably do forward back in for the game tomorrow. The likes of Hoyle, and I think will get back his place. Garnacho did start this one, play the entire game, and play from the start, and I think play the whole game in the Europa League. So perhaps Ahmad starts this one instead. But let's see how that plays out. I know there were some players kind of with some niggles, but it looked like there was nothing major. So hopefully they should have everybody to choose from for Ten Hag to choose from. But yeah, a lot of different things can be done. I mean, Mazraoui can go back into the starting lineup and play right back, put Dallo back to left back. They start Martinez back in the middle. Is Ten Hag more settled now in the two taller centre backs? He does have the Lindelof option as well. So, they're getting a little bit healthier. So he has a few more decisions to make. I just don't know if that's the best thing for Mr. Ten Hag to have more decisions to make. I'm not sure. I think the simpler it is, the better. Then we have Tottenham West Ham. This was the starting lineup last week for West Ham in that 4-1 loss. Todibo finally healthy. He's been starting back there. I think the coach might need to consider maybe trying a back three and just trying something different. I've spoken at length about the lack of athleticism in the team, in the midfield especially. And yeah, it's not the best. Now they're without Kudus for 3 games. Not very good at all, people. Kudus is like the one guy you can depend on to create havoc. But they have Somerville in waiting, so he's going to have to step up in his absence and, do something for them. Yeah, Somerville, this similar to how I felt about Shade when Wissa got injured. Somerville, now is your time, bro. You have to do something in this little time that Kudus out. West Ham, bro, at home against Man U. Jeez and peace. It's like I want to pick a loss for the two side them because I don't trust West Ham to do anything. I just don't like United. How dare I say they played that competition when they didn't? Man, you've been stingy of late, with the goals conceded, and West Ham haven't been. Damn. Don't want to get them to win, but I feel like West Ham is just so bad right now. Alright. I say 1-1. I get West Ham a point. I just don't think West Ham can't keep them to 1 goal, 2-1. 2-1 United, I say. Feel like them actually like a win. Lopetegui seat get warmer. Duke say 1-0 United. Actually say 1-1. That's nice if you could have just comment in order like that of how I have it written. Richard say West Ham 2-1. Them need a win. Blow. Must say 2-1 United as well. I almost picked up Rashford, but I just don't trust no United attackers. Not even Garnacho, even though him usually put up numbers. But man play 2 games this week, so him probably don't even play. It's a madman Ten Hag. Nick are the only person. But he said, let's give them a point. No. Avis, 0-0. So I could have seen that for this game. Only if West Ham could have defended a little bit. I just don't feel like West Ham can play a game and don't concede. What's wishful thinking? Yeah, I was going to say 1-1 too, bro, but I don't think West Ham can defend aside for 90 minutes and don't give up 2 goals at least. Them defense is shocking right now. All right, people, the big one. So this one will probably have a little more discussion going around it. We had some of the discussion on the Arsenal side earlier. But there are some questions as well for the Liverpool side of things. I'm going to tell you what I mean by that. So let's take a look. If we just back out of this here, and let's take a look at the quick view of the two sides. So Liverpool with a 4-point lead at the top of the table. Of course, just a 1-point lead over City, but 4 points over Arsenal right now. Plus 12 for Liverpool, plus 7 for Arsenal. If you look at Liverpool's last 5 results, excuse me, the one lost to Nottingham Forest, then they got back on a roll again. After winning their first 3 and losing, then they reeled off 4 more in the Prem in a row. 3-0 over Bournemouth, 2-1 over Wolves, 1-0 over Palace, and 2-1 over Chelsea last week. Arsenal, on the other hand, after the win over Tottenham, drew with City, beat Leicester, beat Southampton, and then the hiccup last week away to Bournemouth, losing 2-0. If you look at the lineup last week, a lot of people had a lot to say as far as Arteta's lineup was concerned. Many people wondering why he went with Marino, Partey, and Declan Rice in that midfield. Trossard and Sterling, basically putting Trossard more wide left, where he normally does play. So I don't know why people were just going crazy over that. When he was benching Martinelli last year, because Martinelli wasn't doing anything, that's where he was playing and playing there fine. So I think Trossard, wherever he lines up in the attacking side of things, it doesn't matter. It could be 9, 10. He can play the 8 as well, and he can play wide. So just very versatile. Don't worry about Trossard or where he's playing. If he's playing well, he can play anywhere. Kai Havertz up front, of course. Now, I was of the mind that maybe you start a 1 area last week. You don't start out with the 3 holding midfielders in that midfield. You play 2 of them, you give 1 area a bus, or you give even another attacking minded player the game. If you now play 1 area, then you can play Gabby Jesus wide, and you put Sterling left, Gabby right. You play Trossard through the middle, as well as with Havertz, how it was being played before. Ever since Odegaard injured, that's how he played, and him choose to switch it up last week. It never really worked, to be honest. But yeah, Arsenal, will have the injury issues to contend with. Ben White should be fine, but I think Calafiori, touch and go, probably won't make it. Saliba is on the red card suspension. Then when you look on the bench, even I think everybody on the bench should be okay. Yeah, everybody there is okay. Yeah, so a lot of decisions to be made. Me personally, it's hard to say what my backline will be because I don't know who is fit. But all right, let's just say for argument's sake, we don't have Calafiori. I'm gonna start the kid. I'm starting the kid. Lewis Kelly at left back. Gabriel Magalhaes. I would play Ben White center back. Actually, yeah, I'll play Ben White center back, and I'm gonna play Partey at right back. Then in midfield now, I'm gonna play Declan Rice deeper. I would actually start Zinchenko in midfield, and I would play Waneri as well. So Zinchenko, Waneri, Declan Rice. Then I would start Martinelli left. We don't have Saka either, right? So Martinelli left. I would actually start back Jesus on the right, to be honest, and I would start Havertz up front. That's how I would play. And then we have Sterling on the bench. We have Trossard on the bench. Sterling, Trossard, Georgie, Kivior. Pretty much them ball there on the bench. Yeah, that's what I would do. But let's take a look at Liverpool's team that faced Chelsea last week. I wouldn't be surprised if we can get some kind of clues as to what we'll see next week. He did rotate a little bit in the Champions League. I think Konate and Van Dijk picking themselves right now at centre back. He has Played Simicas at times. I think he's trying to get Andy now back up to his full level. So I think he'll start. I think Bradley's still touch and go. So no ideas, I don't think, at right back either. I think that will be the back four and the goalkeeper. The midfield now is where you could see some changes. McAllister didn't play last week due to the rigors of the international break and whatnot. So I think he'll get back into the starting lineup. But the funny thing will be, do you drop Curtis Jones or do you drop Szoboszlai? Because Szoboszlai, I mean, I don't know. He hasn't really been on the same form maybe as when the season first started. Who knows? Maybe he was a bit leggy after his exertions with Hungary as well, because he's a big time part of that team. So I'm sure he played almost every minute for them. So maybe that could have hampered him last week. But Curtis Jones, I think he's one of those streaky type of players. When he's playing well, just play him, give him game time, because he'll continue to play well. I think the travel overseas from South America scared Slot. So I think all the South American contingent, like the likes of Lucho Diaz, Alexis McAllister, I think they do start this one. So I think Gakpo returns to the bench. And I think up front is the question, does he see Gakpo as a striker, or does he only see him as a wide left player? That's the question. Because if he doesn't see him as a striker, then obviously Darwin Núñez is the direct replacement that he would play. So let's see what the coach decides to do. That's why they get the big bucks. I think both managers have some decisions to make. One for different reasons than the other, but it's still some things out there that they have to figure out and go ahead and make a decision on. And I'm curious to see how that works out in terms of what the starting 11s look like for both teams. But for me, people, last prediction of the night involving my beloved Gunners. I'm not even going to look at the comment section until I'm done, because I don't want to get distracted or swayed in any way. For me, people, Arsenal, Liverpool, I'm going to say the Emirates crowd is a little upset when they leave, because we're going to drop 2 points again at the Emirates Stadium. The injuries, everything to do with that, to me, just tips the scales a little bit in Liverpool's favor. I think it's a tight affair. But I think both teams get a goal. So I'm going to say 1-1. I don't like the prediction. I want to predict a win, but I just think the writing's on the wall with the injuries, the missing people. I think we'll look back at this time of the season and we'll say, yo, that was a good point to get at Liverpool when we hosted Liverpool with those injuries, Yeah, so I'm gonna say 1-1. I think it's a tight game. I think the chances are not so many in this game. But both teams do get a goal. So 1-1 draw. Pains my heart to say this, but I'm gonna be realistic and think, 1-1. Gunners fans upset with me, but keeping it 1,000, my boy. Richard Edwards agree with the draw, but him said 2-2. 3-2 my side, or 2-1 Gunners. Boy, Red Skull, you can't lose. 2-1 Arsenal, says Moss. Yeah, Moss, it hurt my heart, It hurts my heart. Yeah, Jota love playing us, for real. Thank God he's out. I don't wish that upon people, but Jano. "2-0, says Nick. Hot Chili, true City fan, want the draw. Red Skull said 2-1 Gunners. Avis said 2-1 to Liverpool. We say I get a thief in corner kick goal. No, man. It's execution, my boy. Execution. Nothing thieving about it. Yeah, man. Antonio still play for West Ham Cherish Life. Him still play for them, man. But him side horrible, man. Him can't. Nothing not go on for him. Can't get no ball. Can't do nothing. Dukeland said 2 all. All right, Duke. Picks are in. So, Demo, we need the rest of your picks them. Nitro, Bigs G, Fana, you don't know the thing, go BX Gonna, if you want the rest of them. Yeah, Cherish Life, it rough on them, man. Them not go out with nothing. Yeah, the review show we see him play this week, but me nah go say yo, Antonio go do one bag of things because him team nah help him at all, brother. And Kudus nah play worse. So Durant choking in the fourth quarter again. Oh yeah, he got him all on his elbow, bro. You really don't think that's a foul? Man, I love argue everything, you know, man. All right, people. So before we go, I'm show you guys how the fantasy looking, you know. I'll get some points today already, you know. Yeah, man, because some people not no sense. Yeah, I watch La Liga as well. I mean the games that I care about. Somebody tell me the Classico is 11 o'clock tomorrow. Them couldn't put it at a different time, man. It's a wicked set of people, man. Why them want to play the game in the middle day? Oh yeah, 3 o'clock. That's perfect. So I say it was earlier. Yeah, man. So I'll be watching that later. Actually, 1 p.m. Mass time is 2 p.m. because Jamaica is Central Time right now, Mass. All right, so let me show you guys the what going on in the FPL right now. So I don't know if anybody in the building in this league, but for the fantasy game, I am in I am sure sports league, right? So let me show you guys what going. I think it's just first day, so the points from today added up, but so we get the 13 points, people. I know we get them there. You don't know one and only Nottingham Forest gunman. Man of the match, 10 points plus the 3 bonus, 13. So good start to the week, people. Push me up to second place in the standings of this league. But this is the rest of the team. We have Flecken and Vandenberg will double up against Ipswich. So what did I suggest? See, I even gave Ipswich a goal here. So I'm praying that I'm wrong. I think I did that on purpose just to get it in real life, the 0, you know. Gabriel, not really happy starting Gabriel there, but I didn't think it was worth it to transfer him out, knowing that Arsenal still going to play more games after this. And even if we get some goals conceded tomorrow, Gabriel too much of a threat from the set pieces, to be honest. So I had to keep him in there. Then Vardiel, I think, will score again tomorrow. I know not a goal per se, but I just feel like even if them concede a goal, he's going to be involved in some kind of offensive action to get an assist or something. So, yeah, I feel confident he'll do something. I didn't realize I made him the vice captain. I didn't mean to do that. Then, as you can see, I played my triple captain this week. So that means normally captains get double. Whatever Haaland do this week, I'll get triple. So if you can get a hat trick this week, people just know, say, Jason Gooner somewhere smiling, all right? Wissa picked him up this week. Like the matchup against Ipswich, I think, I'm a little worried that he don't start just because he's, still just coming back. But I just have a feeling like he's going to bust him from the start tomorrow. And even if he doesn't, I could see him forward in at halftime this time, So he'll have ample time to get some points on the board. Morgan Rogers been doing well for me, kept him in the team. Very cheap option. That is a nailed down starter that can have a goal threat too. Mill Smith Rowe, same thing, very good value. Very inexpensive in the game, play every game, goal threat, assist threat. Cole Palmer, no need for introduction. No, I did have Saka starting only because if him don't play, basically I'll sub on my first sub, which is Semenyo. So Not a bad option to have if Saka don't play. I know I'll get so many points. So, yeah, if the players do what they're supposed to do, Haaland have any kind of decent day, the fact that I have 13 on the board already, this should be a good week for me, people. So, yeah, we'll check back in Sunday night when everything done tally up and see where we're reaching at the table. Right now, as I say, we're in a second, but it's early days, early days. Good little bunch up right here at the top. I would say from about, maybe 7th or so. I guess you can count Demo and Duke as well. So from 9th all the way up to the top, a big swing, a good week for one person, and they're right up there again. So just need to keep consistent. Right now, we're not doing 3 badly, people. I think there's about 23 people in this league. So yeah, second is not bad. I'll take it. But that is the fantasy team now in my 2 draft leagues now. So I'm still in first in this one, Crystal Ball. I don't have anybody play yet, but this is who I have starting this week. I have Flecken and Collins, so I'm a double up. So you can tell I like the matchup against Ipswich this week. I got Damsgaard because I realized that him take every damn set piece for them. So yeah, he's been picking up assist points lately. So I'm just saying, you know what? Try a thing with him. Like the matchup as well. Dean, not really getting me the clean sheets like I would want, but has been getting involved, he does overlap quite a bit on that left side and get crosses in. So always a good threat for the assists. And Young, I just wanted to get an Everton player in my back line, and he was the only Everton player available really that start. Everybody else was gone. So I just said, all right, I'll just pick up Ashley Young and see what happens with that. Maybe not the best matchup for a clean sheet, but I like their fixtures coming up as well. So I just grabbed him. And then we have Semenyo in this league as well, Brennan Johnson, Solanke, Havertz, Mo Salah, and Cunha. So very strong lineup, not bad at all, especially in the attacking areas. I mean, when you look at Salah, Semenyo, Johnson, Solanke, Havertz, Cunha, all very, very good potential for goals, Trossard on my bench this week just because I feel like he's not on form right now. So even if he does play, might not do much. And I did not want to take a chance with Konate, even though, right now the way Arsenal not creating so many chances, maybe that would have been a good shout to start. Hopefully they don't keep a clean sheet. I'll be vexed because I even have Milenkovic ahead of him. So yeah, hopefully they don't keep a clean sheet. That will make me very mad. All right, and then in my other league, Pickpocket FC. This is my team. I think I had some players play today. Picked up Buonanotte, and I think I already had Hermanson on my team, I think. But anyway, I only got 3 points from the 2 of them today. Picked him up just because he's on really good form, and he just seemed to be on form. Look like he would do something in every game. Picked up Young as well in this one. Still have Gabriel in this league as well, so I started him anyway. Had Konate on the bench. Hopefully that don't come back to haunt me. And I don't think Leif Davis and family is going to hold on Brentford at home. And Dean is starting in this league as well. Then I have Eze here. So it's here me begging for Eze to do something. That's a part of the reason why. Salah, Semenyo, Havertz, Cunha. So you see the overlap. I try to get both leagues similar people because, it's just, I don't know, easier to root for the same people. And then we have Welbeck in this league. So if him don't start, I'll get the points from Trossard if he get any off the bench. All right, so that is the 3 fantasy teams that I cover. 2 of them is the fantasy draft league, which, a little different. Everybody in the league have the player. There's only one version of every player. Everybody can't have Haaland. So it's a different strategy to the actual fantasy game where everybody in the league can have the same people. And of course, the only stipulation is you have 100 million to spend, and every player is assigned a monetary value. So you can't just get all the best ballers. You have to kind of, find the best bargains as well. All right, so that's the difference, people. If you're interested in the fantasy draft, I recommend it highly. It's just another way to play the fantasy game, a little bit more realistic as well, because as I said, you can't just overlap players on multiple teams. You have to just kind of pick your team and figure out whether to stick with them or you get rid of them and then you can't really get them back if other people pick them up. So yeah, it's a lot of strategy involved in it. And if you can find a league where everybody in the league really takes it seriously, it can be very, very fun. So yeah, that is pretty much it, people. Thanks for tuning in. We're right at the 2-hour mark. Coming like I'm getting good at this stuff, people. All right. So big up on yourself. Thanks so much for tuning in. I know it's super late. Man's gone straight to bed, because as soon as I close my eye, I wake up and I drive, go to the game. See? So yeah, man. Big up on yourself. Thanks so much for the support. Anybody that was not able to tune in, you know what the deal is. In the comment section, just drop your comments. Usually fan of mine at Bigs G on a check-in that way there, so I'll be looking out for that. I'll make sure to record them so that you guys can be involved in the standings. But big up to all the people them that did the predictions live. I really appreciate it. And yeah, everybody that tuned in tonight, thanks again for the support. Hopefully you all smashed that like button and you shared and you have already subscribed. And if you haven't, you decided to subscribe today. All right, must want one last thing. So the late Sunday match is Arsenal Liverpool. Must. So classical prediction, huh? I think Barcelona's in a better moment. So I'm gonna say 3-2 Barcelona. I think they're in a little better moment right now. Anyhow, people, big up on yourself. Thanks again for the support. This is Jason Gooner TV. I am Jason Gooner. Big up on yourselves. And everybody be safe this weekend. All right? Blessing.